So I picked up these Smithfield's Reserve Prime bone and poke butts from Sam's Club. I actually bought them by the case. I think they were about $1.51 a pound by the case. Now I'm getting ready to inject the pork butts. There's 2 in this pack, so when you buy them by the case at Sam's or even at Costco, I think you can get them. They always come in 2 in a pack. I'm going to be injecting them with this Butcher's Barbecue pork injection. Some really good stuff. One of these containers does quite a few pork butts, so I'm going to be injecting those here shortly. Alright, well, I got them out of the pack now. I am going to trim off some of the fat cap layer. Some people do this, some don't. I like to kind of get a little bit of it off because I don't like to have to pick it out after cooking them. And doing it this way, I've the past couple times I've had 0 extra fat I've had to actually pick out of the meat when it's done cooking. So this actually works very well. I don't take a lot off, just enough to kind of make it a little even in any straggling fat pieces. They're all trimmed up, and now I'm injecting. Now this, if you can believe it, is actual real-time injection. I'm just incredibly fast. But in all seriousness, I am just injecting these up for them to sit in my fridge overnight. Over 12 hours gives the injection good time to kind of get into the meat. Here they are all wrapped up, getting ready to go into the fridge. The day of the cook. Alright, I'm getting ready to rub them up. I'm using Flying Swine rub. I recommend it to almost everyone that asks for a good rub. Get this on Amazon. It's very good. Use a lot of sugar, some spices. I would highly recommend it. It goes good on pork and pretty much everything. But I'm going to rub these up and set them aside. Let them sit for maybe 15 minutes or so for them to soak up the rub. Now they're all rubbed up. Got them on the TEC 680. This is pretty full on the bottom, so I'd use the second rack that I bought for the next 4, which worked out very well, as you can see. But it was a full TEC. These on about 1:30 p.m. I'm going to let them ride overnight, and the next thing you'll see is the next morning. It has been about 19.5 hours cooking, and I'm sitting at 162 and 180. They haven't been wrapped. I let them ride overnight, trying to do it with minimal wrapping time, and that's where we stand right now. So I just took 3 of the butts off that were done. They got done a little bit quicker than the other ones that were still out there, so I still got 5 on. Right now it's 11:38, so they've been on since 1:30 p.m. yesterday. So that's about 22.5 hours for those 3. Those actually were not wrapped. I ended up wrapping about 4 of them to get caught up because they're about 20 degrees difference in temperature. So those are still wrapped, and right now they're at about 180 and 174. I just cranked the heat up to about 325 to get them done in the next little less than an hour. They should be done, so I will take a video of that when I get there. I know I said I wrapped 4 of them, but I actually ended up wrapping 5 of them, and now they're all done, sitting at about 199 or so. I'm getting ready to take the remaining 5 off and set them in the cooler that have the other 3. I'm wrapping the pork now. Made it down to my destination. It's been resting probably about a little over an hour, so it's definitely just fall off the bone. You could see the shoulder bone right there came out. Just keep all the nice juices with the meat to keep it extra moist. There's no problem with that. And you can see there's the shoulder bone. No meat on that. Just use the silicone gloves, kind of shred it apart, and it is a thing of beauty. And then here is the final product. And now for people that want to know how long you can actually have something rest in a good cooler, or even a not so good cooler, this has been resting for about 5.5 hours, and as you can see, it's still very hot. So here's some final parting shots, and I want to thank TEC and hope you enjoyed the video.